purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue. Purple, blue. Hey, welcome back to my channel. It is Reese here, and I thought I would bring you a video with some of the palettes in my collection that I find really inspiring and easy to use. I've had most of these for a while, and I just thought I'd share some of my favorite palettes in my collection. So let's jump right into it. The first palette I'm going to share is the Pat McGrath Labs Decadence palette. This came out, I think, last year, end of last year. I know it was limited edition, but it's actually still available for sale, so I don't know how much stock is left or if she's just gonna keep it around permanently. But I did do a 1 month 1 palette with this. These are the shades that come in the palette. As you can see, that middle purple and gray shade I used quite a bit. I really love those two. I really like purple eyeshadow, so this I would kind of put in my outer V, or I'd put this all over the lid. And it does pair nicely with other palettes, so I use the Too Faced Peachy Mattes palette a lot. I use the regular Sweet Peach palette, and just some singles that I have laying around to throw in my crease. If you have the Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauves little quints, that's a great palette to pair with it. But it's become one of my favorite palettes to use. I have all of the Pat McGrath Mothership palettes, including the 6 pans that she released earlier this year. I have all 3 of those. But of the collection, Decadence has become a #1 guy. The second palette I want to mention is the NATASHA DENONA Purple Blue palette. Now this is what I actually have on my eyes today. So you get 28 shadows in here, and just pretty much as it describes, purple and blue shades. It's a really good formula. I don't know why she's decided to change her metallics, because these are some of the best metallics that I've used. They don't seal over if you use your brush wet and dip into the pan. You know, sometimes it happens with singles. They just kind of seal over in certain areas and they don't perform as well. I don't have that problem with these shadows, and I also primarily use them dry, so they perform just like this. On my eyes, this all over lid color is this Calypso Blue right here. It's just a gorgeous shade, and I used it dry, so I'll swatch it for you. I used this color, Calypso Blue, and then I used Navy. I also used, what is this color called? Metallic Steel Blue, and Electric Violet. So these are the primary colors I used on my lid today. So they do blend together really easily. They don't muddy up or alter in an unflattering way on the eye. I really love this palette. Cost an arm and a leg, to be honest, but. The third palette I really love is the NATASHA DENONA LILA palette. This was the first full palette I bought from her. So I bought her Holiday 5 pans, and I love that formula a lot. But then I bought this one, and it is so much better than the Holiday 5 pans. Like, the mattes in here are amazing. I really like to use this corner shade per se. I use that frequently. And then Dragon Bites is a really, really, really beautiful shade. It's one of the more unique shades in my entire collection. Like, I don't have any dupes of this. It's just this shade right here. I don't have anything else in my collection that's quite like this color, so I'm gonna be really upset when I hit pan and use it all up. But it's a really good palette. I never get bored of it. I create a lot of different versatile looks. I actually have another video where I did a soft smoky eye using Dragon Bite. I'll link it up above. But it is a really great palette, and I'm really happy I bought this. If you can't tell, I love purple eyeshadows. Like, literally no shadow look is complete unless I put purple on it. You know, some people love brown, I love purple. The last palette I want to mention is the JUVIA'S Festival palette. I got this year as well, but I like that it has this beautiful artwork on it I mean, come on, they really do have amazing artwork and stories behind their palettes and their inspiration. And then I like that it has this blue color called Abba, and it's just a different mix because I do tend to drive. But I do really like this palette. It's a little bit different from what I typically like to wear, which is purples. I like pinks. I like to wear blues on my lash line a lot, upper and lower. Sometimes I put it on the outer corner like I did here. A really dark blue that can almost look like a black, depending on how I layer it. Just depends. But it's a really good palette. It's only like 23 bucks. It was limited edition, but I think they still have it in stock on their site. So if you can grab it, I would suggest you do that. They had a liquid lipstick set that came out with it, but I just didn't want them, so I didn't get them. But I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, or just I pick a palette and show you a couple looks with them, just let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. This Calypso blue shade is bae. Need to use it more often. Stop fooling around with those purples and move over to this pretty shit.